Alright, keep this. Yeah, we did beat the dinosaur deck. They didn't match base a record. They do to some extent. It's no, you can't pay. I don't think you can play against literally anyone when you queue. Although maybe I'm wrong. MTG bot pops up my opponent's record at the beginning of the match. Interesting. Trying to think if I want to play. Let's play the Awakening this turn. I think. Probably end up playing the field next turn. So main deck, Nile Spellbomb. Main deck Nile Spellbomb, no Luris. Yeah, we could probably play like, we could maybe play like at least one Chalice against Tron though. Maybe two. Maybe play Chalice over Wear Tear on the play, Wear Tear on the draw. Okay, well this is the best draw. I'm gonna jam it, of course. It's likely to get countered though, but they can't drown this. I guess they're not playing Drown and Spellbomb. Reading Bloodsun. Spin a blue and a black. Float a blue and black mana. They gonna Petty Theft this? Alright, well, that's a card advantage for me. They missed their land drop. We drew another Bloodsun. Another Petty Theft? No, works this time. So weird to see Dress Down and no Luris. Although Hall of the Storm Giants enters untapped with Bloodsun. Now that's a combo. Although it does not have the manland ability, so we've successfully turned Hall of the Storm Giants into an island, I guess. I think I'm just going to pass back here. They Borrower. I might just want to resolve my Cryptic. Let's get my 2-for-1. They have Force? Kind of seems like they have Force. Okay, this is fine. They did have Drown too. Okay, yeah, Drown and main deck Spellbomb makes no sense to me. Maybe they have Saga? Okay, this is turned off. Yeah, they must have Saga. Maybe I should have Shark Typhoon there. Alright, let's Teferi. They can't Drown. They can Force or Counterspell or Charm, but that's fine. And then I think I'll make the 1/1 Shark on defense here. Let's put on the thing in the ice deck. I have to assume if they're playing Dress Down that they are, but it's so weird for them to not play Luris, because Luris is like that's the reason to play Thing in the Ice, in my opinion. Is like it's a stalled win con with Dress Down that lets you play Luris as a companion. But when you lose Luris as a companion, like it just seems so much better in this archetype to be just playing Planeswalkers or Shark Typhoon instead. 3, 4, 5. So play this with Cryptic up. And then this is resolved. So I could play Chalice on 1. Let's do that to play around. Bloodchief's Thirst. Nails, I give it 11 months. Curious to know why it's... Yeah, 3 minutes of Teferi is awkward because, one, you already have all these Bloodsuns on your 3-drop in the curve. And then you also, like, multicolored spells that cost less than 4 mana are awkward to cast with Lotus Field. I have played it in the past. Chalice on 2. I feel like I played Bloodchief's Thirst when I was playing their deck. I think Bloodchief's Thirst is really good in their deck, so I want to play Chalice on 1 here, I think. Could bounce the Awakening here and draw a card. I think I'll do that. Wildfire. And another Awakening. And another Lotus Field. So let me go Awakening. I think I'll put back these 3 cards. Draw 3 new ones. assuming it resolves. I see 4 new cards. Alright, pretty good. Guess we'll go end of turn Solitude with Cryptic up. Or maybe I should Chalice on 2 to play around Dress Down. Chalice on 2 seems pretty good at this point. If I Chalice on 2, then I have 6. Yo, I could just do it all. I can just do it all. So Rest in Peace is good against the Drowns. They're not playing Lurrus, though. They probably have a Cling to Dust. They also have Spell Bomb. Okay, so I don't want Settle the Wreckage. I think I want Solitude as my main creature removal. They gotta have Murktide since no Lurrus. Maybe. That might be it. I think the Solitudes are probably gonna be enough removal for those. And the Rest in Peace. I don't think I want Ending. I guess I'll play maybe 1 Ending. They'll still deal with Thing in the Ice, I guess. 2? I think I want Chalice over Ragavan. I think they just misclicked and didn't reveal. I don't think we're supposed to make that read. I think that we're not supposed to read that they misclicked. You might be right, but I think that's... I think you're basically never supposed to make that inference. Isn't Verdict better than Wreckage? In this deck, you can go Teferi, untap Lotus Field, land, and cast Settle. Honestly, Verdict might still be better, though. But I have, like, Settle. Settle for me. Yeah, they had Borrower, yeah. Oh, yeah, they had Borrower. They obviously don't have Lurrus, of course. Yeah, yeah. Of course. Yeah, I think I want a couple more counter spells. No Charm seems good with Lotus Field, Blood Sun. It's really bad without those, though. Where Cryptic is way easier to cast than Charm, and Charm is almost never castable on turn 3. Why did I cut the snaps today? I haven't been playing snaps since I picked the deck back up. In this Chalice of the Void version, I don't think the snaps are good. For, like, you know, the same reasons that that snap isn't really seeing play in the regular blue-white variants of this deck. I'm just gonna play the Chalice this turn. Chalice might be the best card in Modern. Maybe. I could see a very strong argument for that being the case. Might play the Awakening tapped, so I can just hit all my land drops. Isn't Lightning Bolt always the best card in Modern? Not really. People say that, but most play does not equal best. And, like, there are a lot of decks, including, like, a huge chunk of the tier 1 decks in Modern right now that Lightning Bolt is not good against. Like, Lightning Bolt is not good against blue-white control. It's not good against Tron. It's not good against Rhinos. It's kind of medium against Hammer Time. It's good against them, but it's not the best removal spell. You know, and you know, maybe you could make a very great argument that Modern is a format completely warped around Lightning Bolt, and you probably wouldn't be completely right, you probably wouldn't be completely wrong, but like I wouldn't say that Lightning Bolt is the best card, just because it is bad against a huge chunk of the best decks. I think I probably want to Chalice on 1 and hold up a Typhoon for 1 to block the Borrower. Yeah, I've even been cutting the 4th bolts from, like Jeskai Murktide, you know? Yeah, you have Unholy Heat, Prismatic Ending, Fatal Push. Like, Ending and Push and Heat are all kind of better than bolts. Lightning Bolt is back as the bolt is so good, people are building against it. I mean, yes and no, right? Yes and no. Like, it's not like you build Tron to completely dodge Lightning Bolt. And it's not like you build Control or Rhinos just because Lightning Bolt is so good. It is part of it, but it certainly isn't 100% of the reason, you know. Alright, Drown the Shark, definitely fine with that exchange. I think I want to play this for my second white source. Or I could try to make a 4/4 shark to block, but that's kind of bad against Charm. I still want to play this. I think so. I want to be able to hardcast Solitude. Yeah, Gutshot is really good too. I feel like Gutshot's one of the most underplayed cards in Modern right now. Mostly a sideboard card, but it is a good card at the moment. This is a Cryptic. Okay, that's fine. I can Teferi with Hardcast Force up next turn. No, I have 1 mana short. Explosives on 0, which kills my Chalice and any Sharks. They they really messed up not playing that first. But I should probably Solitude this turn, right? Then Teferi with Force up next turn. Yeah. It's also true. Like Chalice is so good. Is in a huge combination because like Ending is the best 1 mana removal spell. Ending is better than Bolt at Modern. Ending is the best removal spell, and Ending is a removal spell that works with Chalice, which makes Chalice so good. Dark Throne, 18 months. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's also good against Chalice. Just good against permanents, you know. We're down to 9. They only have 2 cards left, so if they're both counter spells, we lose the fight. Any fight losers in the chat? So I can Prismatic Ending this now. That loses to Flusterstorm though, which like my opponent definitely could have. I think I'm just gonna wait. Thanks again, Dork. 18 months. It's a long time. Alright. Kill the Chalice. For Bloodchief's Thirst. I have a second Teferi. Probably better to just force this, though. We can pay for Flusterstorm, right? No, we can't, actually. Let me get Blood Sun in play. Rewarded. Very rewarded. No! It's fine. You have plenty of mana. Yeah, I think it is Hardcast Shark time. When you strike me down, another one will take my place. The old Spreading Seas bug, huh? The old Spreading Seas bug, they call that. Yeah, imagine if my opponent could Lurrus explosives here, you know? Yeah, I think it's really incorrect that they've cut Lurrus. If we weren't as ahead, I would not have 6 so I could bluff counter spells. But I have 6 and then they conceded before they passed. What's the record with this deck so far? So today we went 5-0 into 1-2 into 1-0. So we're 7-2. And then on Monday we were 7-3. So 14-5. It's pretty good. Alright, keeping this. Isn't Staring Bridge be good at Modern? It's got a lot worse with the printing of Ending. As fun as I make this deck seem, I'll lose hard with it. Yeah, this deck is not the best deck in the format. It is somewhat playable. It is also really hard to play. So Misty Rainforest is often Rhinos, but I guess now we could just Chalice on 1 and Chalice on 0. Maybe we should have Chalice on 0 first, because if they force it, then I play the second one. Yeah, Chalice on 0 first was better. You play lose focus of the shell for added counter magic. I will read lose focus. That card is not good, but I did read it. Oh, play against Blood Moon. Yeah, just dead to Moon if they have it. But if they have fetch land, they can't fetch anymore. Petty Theft by Chalice, Petty Theft by Moon, Petty Theft the Moon, or the Sun, sorry. Ooh, Mismatched Islands. Have you tried to update your Jeskai cat list? I have. I might return to some like Soul Herder Vial shenanigans soon. The metagame, I think, is maybe becoming more hospitable to those strategies. Dude, Awakening is so good at this deck. Sucks they didn't counter. I mean, we would be able to play the Flagstones, but I feel like I'm happier it resolved. Because finding basic with stones would be great. I don't know. I don't think we can beat Blood Moon. Maybe you could make a big old shark, but I'd rather them just not have Blood Moon. They found one. I have a counter spell. Cryptic. Let's make a shark. Like I do have an island in the deck. I can also wildfire to find my island, but it's gonna be tough to beat. I do have a plains too. I do have a plains. Maybe you're right, Fran. Maybe you're right. I'll keep the shark in my hand. The Awakenings let us sift through the deck pretty quick. Not super helpful. Don't want to play the Flagstones. You get Awakening? I mean, I know. Have I tested Meathook Massacre and John Sack? I don't have to test it to know that I think it's bad. I think that card's not modern playable. I think that people see that it's an X spell and think that it's better than it is. But I also could be wrong. I'm glad that you like the Phoenix deck. Opa, I like that deck a lot too. Okay. They might have a Murktide, or they might have forgot about the Chalice. Let's hope it's the latter. Okay, they definitely have a Murktide. What about Yogg combo? I think that card is not modern playable. Like, I think that it is a very mana intensive and generally weak card. Not too bad. Maybe we can beat Blood Moon. It's like, there's a difference between like the best card for your deck, or a card that makes your deck if your deck is refined, and a card that is like, you know, almost good enough. And maybe Meathook Massacre is almost good enough, but it's not good enough in my opinion. Just doesn't make the cut. All right, Shark dead. Have some good draws here. Cleansing Wildfire, Valakut Awakening, Island. Yeah, the Phoenix deck definitely is hard to play, but, you know, people will learn. Down to 7. Running out of time. Could draw another Solitude. Okay. I'm just gonna play it now. Otherwise I have to go to discard. And then going to discard is worse because I got Valakut Awakening in the deck. Jeff, 5 months, thanks, buddy. So I'm gonna be a casual build Storm. I know you love the Storm deck. Uh-oh. Wait, is it still bugged? I think it's still bugged. I'll be at -2 life here. Yeah, for some reason you can't snap back Fire Ice anymore. You used to be able to do it, it just doesn't work anymore for some reason. Yeah, don't double away the Fire Ice though. No! I can't be at -2 if you delved away the Fire Ice. They floated an extra mana, maybe they meant to. I don't know. Okay, well, I drew another Solitude. Now I have to draw our basic island. She doesn't tap their mana for the fire. Well, they had 2 mana that they didn't use. Not like I don't need to see them tap it and have the mana fizzled. They just didn't use 2 mana there. They didn't use like 5 mana there. Okay. I guess I can keep this in hand and hope to draw the island. So I'm treating it as if I'm at 1 here. I need to draw here. Okay, I can draw the 4th Solitude off the Blood Sun now. Okay, dead. The Fire Axe did go with the Murktide. Yeah, I mean, but I also Solitude the Murktide. But yeah, the game would have been exactly the same. I don't think it was intentional. But I agree. I think they shouldn't have exiled the Fire Ice if they wanted to respect the gentleman's agreement. But it's like a little bit of, I don't think they had any ill intent there. They do play a lot of 1-drops. Think about the Chalices. I don't want the Settles. I don't want the Endings. I want probably 2 Rest in Peace. I think I want the Forces as well. How do I get the Forces in here? Solitude number 4 can go, probably. I think I want 3 Wildfires, because these can get me my basics. I got the 4th Chalice. I guess we're on the play, though. Okay, I think I got the 4th Chalice. Yeah, let's submit. Yeah, they floated an extra blue mana, but whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Alright, keep this. We have the basic planes in our hand. We do have a turn 4 Teferi too. Misty. Yeah, Kaheera's been good enough. Like, especially with 4 Solitudes in your deck, just like this, like grabbing a white card to pitch when you don't have a white card is relevant enough. Even though you lose the Kaheera when you boarded Ragavan, it's, in my opinion, worth it. So what's really nice here is I actually have the planes to kill Blood Moon if they go for it. Otherwise, like, we could never really play the Lotus Field here, I think. We'd have to wait a turn to have the planes up. Or a land up. We could also force Blood Moon on top play Teferi, maybe. That could be good too. The other basic is very interesting. Let's pass. If they borrow into turn, I'll just Solitude it. 1/1 Shark. Okay, I don't think I'm Solituding that right now. After you thinking over Sideboard for a matchup, how do I avoid it? I mean, it's kind of a complicated question. Not sure exactly how to answer it. I think that most of the time when I over Sideboard, it's because I don't understand a match. I don't understand a matchup yet. And as you learn any matchup, you'll become better at sideboarding and better at playing it. But when you have a new deck, especially, like, you're kind of always in a state of formulating your sideboard plan. All right, this is really bad if they have Cryptic, but I think I am going to jam one of my 2 Teferis here and leave up the planes for Blood Moon. Yeah, Solitude is so good in this deck. Could go for Kaheera here. Actually, it makes our Solitude fight through the 2/2 Shark. Worth the sideboard slot, huh? Yeah, I've been liking these basics a lot. Been really jiving with them, I think. Plays around Snapcaster too. Unless they have a bolt. These are one of the unset basics. I don't know which one. Did they just not... They might have bolt for Kaheera post-combat, but they might just not know that this is 3 toughness. Yeah, I think they just didn't realize this was 3 toughness. Because it's kind of an early chump block, especially when I have a 2 toughness creature in play. Unhinged, thank you. I can never remember. I could never keep track of the unsets. I just always forget which ones are which. It's a great draw. Shout out to that 15th sideboard slot. Your prediction gives odds? Yes, they do. I'm making a 3/3 shark here. So I can Solitude this. Or I can play Teferi. I think I just like Solituding it, honestly. They're so behind on board if we do this. Or maybe a little cold to Murktide this way. We can maybe Teferi minus on Murktide. We have a lot of life too. They also can't force Solitude. Kaheera and its bodyguards. Okay, they do have a Murktide. We have a Jeskai Moxhammer deck with Baby Jason, Ragavan, possibly Narset. Baby Jason isn't that good. Narset's not that good. I don't know. Like, I think that Moxhammer is not really the card you can build around. It just kind of has to be incidentally good. The payoff is just not that high. It's, you know, it's nice, but it's very fragile, and like you have to curve out well with it too. How big is my shark? It's a 5/5, which is this big. Just pass back. Yeah, it turns out the Isamaru Moxhammer decks actually aren't good. Sorry. Think a Kethis combo deck can make it a modern? I've never been super experienced with Kethis combo, I guess. I am familiar with it. But I didn't really play when it was big in Historic or Pioneer, so I'm not sure I could give you a perfect answer. Not my Kaheera. Alright, you can have Kaheera. It can't be better than Heliod? I don't know. I feel like Kethis combo gains a lot of points because your opponents have no idea how to interact with you. And like, if you can build a good version, like that's maybe a good way to win one tournament, and then if it's good, people will learn how to play against you. I have 7 mana. I think I'm gonna start with a Chalice. Although it's a bit awkward with Wear Tear. But I'm gonna Alpha Strike here. Because they have to block the shark or die. And then it's a trade. Okay, they have to have something. And I have Force. They can have Force too. They don't have it, we win. I think. Yeah. Okay. 1 game 2. What a weird matchup. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Vegas. I plan to go to Vegas, but don't know the future, you know. Who knows what the world's gonna look like in a month? Alright, let's mulligan this. Think Subtlety could be a good pickup now for cheap until the future. Maybe. Like, it is good in some metagames, so I think that logic makes sense. I'm sure CFB would literally pay for me to be there. They didn't offer. I don't know, I'll go myself. If they would pay me, then they'd probably want me to do like a booth or something, or I don't know, do something for them. But I don't think I'd want to do that. Guess I'll play one of my 2 Awakenings here. We can maybe Wildfire ourselves this game if they Blood Moon. Yeah, it's not a GP Vegas. Channel Fireball is hosting a tournament in Vegas in November. I plan to go at the time of making this comment. Kind of like just jamming Blood Sun here. It's not that big a deal if it gets countered. I don't think they'll have coverage, but have I done? I want to do any commentating. I've done like some commentating. I don't really enjoy it, honestly. I like playing. I like kind of talking about games I'm playing. Yeah, I don't really enjoy commentating that much. I don't hate it, but it's just not really my preferred way to interact with Magic, I guess. So go Cryptic up here, and then maybe go Wildfire plus Flagstones plus Awakening next turn. I'm going to use this Cryptic pretty aggressively. Yeah, definitely just going to fire this off. Make sure I did this right. There's been a little bit of lag today. I should probably restart the client. No 1-mana counter magic. Awesome. Yeah, 5 cards in their hand. Yeah, we're actually like not that bad against Blood Moon here because we can Wildfire for our planes and try to dig for a Wear Tear with Valakut Awakening. We have 3 Wear Tear. Blood Moon plus Murktide is a problem. 6/6. So we've got answers to this, of course, with the Solitudes. Alright, so I'll still Wildfire the Flagstones, even though we don't get the trigger, but this makes other Flagstones drawn live. Get the planes, and then Awakening away 4 cards. 3, 4. Okay, awesome. This was a very good pile of cards. I could have maybe tried to get Kaheera, but it's just so bad if they counter my Solitude. Yeah, we can just cast either Teferi or Typhoon or Cycle Typhoon. Maybe Blood Moon's not that bad, at least post board. Yeah, Awakening is so freaking good in this deck. Okay, it was withdrawing another Teferi, which is obviously insane. I think I'm just gonna jam. They've got 2 cards in their hand. Yes, let's go. Let's freaking go. Yeah, that's probably the best I've ever seen Awakening be too. It's usually pretty good. Wait, 6 mana, 4/4 Shark. I think that's fine. It doesn't kill my Teferi. Like we could make a 1. I should have tapped the planes. We could make a 1/1 Shark to block. That could be good too. Then I can minus. I guess let's do that. Can minus on the Blood Moon too. I think this is fine too. Both seem close. I do need to remember if I draw Wear Tear, I can't just fire it off on the Blood Moon here because I played the Chalice. So I guess I missed sequence there. I should have played the Blood Sun first. I can fuse. So I run out Snapcaster to kill Teferi. Chalice was probably just stop bolt after minus. Yeah, I was just worried they bolt in response to the Chalice, right? If we go Chalice, they bolt Teferi, we're pretty screwed. Because they will bolt in response to Chalice. I think I like jamming here. They didn't have a counterspell for 1 a couple turns ago. Seems like they've got an answer, right? I don't know. They must have 2 answers to Teferi here, right? I don't know what else this pause could be. Actually, they've actually been paused for so long. Maybe it's just more likely they're doing something. Okay, they've got something. Dispute. Okay. Maybe they're looking up Dispute versus Chalice or something. Yeah. Yeah, they don't know how it works. That makes sense. Okay. Still doing okay. Let's here. If my opponent plays something I want a Cryptic, we have to fuse the Wear Tear to kill the Blood Moon, but then it unlocks our Lotus Field. Oh, please be Prismatic Command. Kill my Chalice. Awesome. Okay, so I'll upkeep, kill the Blood Moon. Thank you, opponent. They discard Murktide, Regent, Scalding Tarn. No, fusing doesn't fizzle the command. Yeah, they target themselves to loot. So they get the first top deck. We have a cantrip in our hand, and we've got a ton of mana, and their Tarn is turned off, and they drew a fetch land. Worse draw for them by a lot. That's an interesting draw. I think I'm gonna Wildfire myself to play a little bit more around Blood Moon, and I don't really want to thin their deck. Okay, not the worst. Oh, I need to... Should I Kaheera here? I have 6 mana. Yeah. Almost forgot about old Kaheera. Not going to cast it, of course. Kaheera, for when you really need to answer that 2/1 Snapcaster Mage. Not bad. Kind of want them to draw Blood Moon. They can't cast Murktide because they can't crack their fetches either. Ding! So I guess I want them to kill the Kaheera then attack, which they're kind of signifying they would do by not attacking that last turn. No, this is definitely a cycle turn. Oh, nice Castle of Antris. Too bad it has no abilities. Okay, I'll cycle into this. I don't really know what the signals that they drew, but I guess if it's Archmage's Charm, we can lose. Imagine playing around anything ever. Can't be me. Okay, Deluge, rest in peace. A little bit of tension. It's fine. There might have been a counterspell. Nope. Nope. We named this 4 colors field. Think only cast here with green. Fair enough. Too confusing though to have all the questions. Wait, why is this 4 color? Spike. Why is this 4 color? So we are super cold to Archmage's Charm if we cycle here, right? This is only a 5/5 shark. They steal this, block. I guess they don't get to block the other one. But yeah, I think I want to make these like both 6/6s or... Let's get Chalice on 3. Let me just attack first. This is their own 6/6 shark. Interesting. Well, not cycling was also good against this. Oh yeah, we could have killed Rest in Peace and flashback the Deluge. They're blocking Kaheera first, which is kind of ballsy. Yeah, I think I'll just play Chalice in 1. Arcus Typhoon, then Chalice in 3. That's probably the better line. Yeah, I forgot about that. And they've got a lot of 1-drops. I think this is Murktide. A little less Regent. Oh. I really didn't think they would ever attack there. No, that's right. I guess their attack makes sense. So they're not dead. They can trump block the 8/8, but they're now like them losing their shark here is just okay. Now they're dead. Okay. What a match, huh? I will say this deck leads to some amazing matches. Leads to some amazing matches. And we're 2-0 again. Oh boy. Canister's not playing Kaheera though. They'll wait to restart after play against Canister. Is Canister streaming? I feel like Canister usually streams till around this time, right? Rolls to 6. Hammer time? His hand's pretty good, it's hammer time. But no Luris. That's not hammer time. Is it Luris no, or hammer time no Luris? Oh, it's the Dwarf deck. I guess it's just, everybody's just playing Meme Friday. Do I Prismatic Ending this? It's kind of important if they Magda. I might Solitude Magda. Yeah, let's Solitude Magda so they don't get the treasure. I think I'm not gonna ending again. Yeah, peak modern. Format's pretty good right now, chat. It's pretty good. Dragon spells. So this returns a changeling from the graveyard. I only like loosely know how my opponent's deck works. Or doesn't work, right? Explain why I Settle over Wrath. Yeah, in this deck you can go Teferi +1, untap Lotus Field land, and then Settle. Honestly, Supreme Verdict might still be better though. It's close. Settle's kind of better against like Violent Outburst and Hammer Time sometimes though. Knight, thank you for 7 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Cavern of Souls on human. This Recruiter? Yeah. So Magda is gonna be pretty good next turn unless I can Cryptic it. So I guess I'm gonna Awakening Away the ending too, because I really want to find an untapped blue source so I can Cryptic the Magda. Mugty for 3 months. I guess I don't have that many untapped blue sources here. That does qualify though. Yeah, lag is pretty bad here too. Mug 3 months? I think I said that. But thank you either way. I can't remember if I'm repeating myself or not here. How many basics does their deck play? Does anybody know? Yeah, Awakening's so good. Yeah, probably not that many. That's my estimation too. Maybe 0. I would guess 1 or 0. Which is so again, those asking why Settle over Verdict is it's the Dwarf deck. Mostly for the Dwarf matchup. Alright, so looks like they're not gonna Magda this turn. So I'll get a Typhoon and eat, I think I eat the Changeling, right? Is this spell or ability? It is. Moth Dust. Okay, we definitely need to keep the Cryptic for Magda. Pass. Dude, the 2/2 Shark is gigantic on this battlefield. Alright, human creature, another Moth Dust. Jams the Magda. Counter draw. Another Cryptic. Snapping off this block. Now I can settle the wreckage. You've fallen right into my trap, Canister. You're right into my trap. There's a lot of 1-drops over there. I guess I keep in Chalice. The Cavern's good against Chalice. Okay, I don't have a Dwarf sideboard plan, chat. I think I'm just running it back. Now just bring in the 4th Wildfire. Yeah, they probably have no basics. It's been good, bud. How you been doing? Couldn't you have also settled end of combat post damage after blocking Mariner? I guess, yeah. But I take more damage that way. Rip? I don't think... I'm just gonna not... They're not gonna combo me, it's fine. Their combo is... Wait, how did they can't even combo, right? Wait, what's... The combo in Legacy is you Dwarven Recruiter. And then you set up for a Grist +1. What is their combo in this deck? I actually don't know. I can't remember. Is it Pyre of Heroes off of the 7 mana 3/3 changeling that costs 2 mana? They pyre that into like the dragon guy. Because Pyre doesn't stop that either. Or just cast that card after making a lot of mana with Magda. I'm gonna keep this. I think this is 2 mana Stone Rain draw card. Yeah, the Pyre of Heroes. Ah. White Source would be good. It's just that easy, chat. Okay, I'm probably gonna Solitude that. Do Wildfire first. I think I'll target the Ziggurat? Sorry, Canister. Sorry. Stone Rain draw card. They do have another Ziggurat. They have another Magda? They do, okay. We actually don't have an answer to that. Didn't draw one. Kaheera, go! Okay, Recruiter for Grist, maybe? Yeah, they did get Grist. Please don't kill my Kaheera. Woo! Grist is good at this deck, man. But Kaheera's holding down the fort, blocking the 1/1s. Yeah, I just use they them out of habit. I think Canister uses he him. Just habit. Yeah, I forgot to ask for a specific card. I'll save the luck for game 3. Yeah, drew the 4th Teferi hero. We pitched one to Solitude earlier. What just happened? Moth does Changeling return, so this lets them make 3 treasures a turn. Not playing us around Solitude with this attack. It's kind of clear that on F6 though. I guess I'm gonna attack with Kaheera maybe. I have a big draw step here. So we just tucked it to Teferi, so next turn we need to Cryptic the Grist. I think I'll play this in plus. Could tuck the Magda. I'm just gonna draw a card. I think I can play this, and then next turn I get to go to Teferi with Cryptic up. Feels like a lot of work for 4 1/1s. Yeah, it is a lot of work. So they draw the Grist next turn. Yeah, it's a modern version of the Dwarf deck. Yeah, it's more than just that. Yeah, that's not the only payoff here. For sure. Oh yeah, Magda activation. So maybe I was supposed to minus a Magda, I don't know. But what do they get though? Because it's usually Platinum Imperium, but we don't care about that at all. So they have to have, I guess they're gonna have Sundering Titan. We'll see. I wonder if Canister's scared of Tail's End. There's no way you ever play around it though. Tail's End is sick against their deck. Oh yeah, Sundering Titan only hits 2 lands too. This means it's not that bad. How can they get a non-Gradon? Non-dragon. Magnus is artifact or dragon. Alright, let's see what they got. So they're shuffling away the Grist too. They can't get Grist with Magda. It was Reaper King the whole time. Whenever another Scarecrow enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. So they can get back Mothda's Changeling here and then destroy this. Okay, showing Canister Settle the Wreckage is a problem here. Or having shown Settle is a problem here. Is it permanent? Yeah, it is permanent. Probably just destroy the key here, right? Yeah, I like this deck. It's pretty cool. This is my first time playing against it. Modern might just be like the best format of all time. I don't know. Modern's really good right now, man. Just all day, like all week we've just been playing great matches. All week has just been like the sickest matches. Oh, it buffs these two. We got the 3/2 Universal Automaton. Zero Bakes it seems super sketch. Well, maybe against the Wildfire Settle deck. So if we go Teferi plus into Cryptic, my opponent's going to Haven of the Spirit Dragon, back Mothda's Changeling, and just destroy a land, destroy my Teferi. So I think I'm just going to tap draw this game. Oh wait, they get to Magda again though. Whatever, just let them do their thing. Like, I want to see what else they have to get with Magda. It might like just be Reaper King in this matchup, you know. I mean, they can just get like an Automaton or a Changeling though, or a Mariner and destroy a permanent. You know, usually when I play Jeskai Lotus Field, I'm playing the spiciest deck, but we've played against like 5 decks today that are spicier than ours. It's Canister's deck. We played against Dinosaurs earlier. There's been a couple more. Hold on, I'm trying to think. We played against the round 1 was the I can't remember the name of the card. The 4 mana card that lets you try to like flip Miracle from your hand to deal them 15. Playing against Nahiri Boom too. I feel like our deck's spicier than Nahiri Boom. Yeah, Kragenwick Cremator. Yeah, I'm probably gonna forget again. But yeah, that was it. So they get Pyre. That makes sense. Pyre's away the Mariner into Recruiter, I guess? Oh no, into Grist. I don't think we can win. Only 2 insects. It's kind of cute. Is Memory Deluge a modern staple? It's very good. I don't know if you'd put it in staple territory, but I like it a lot in like this deck and Reclamation. It's good in blue-white control too, but it's not like a staple there in the sense that you always want to play it. I'm playing Settle the Wreckage over Supreme Verdicts, which Canister Sol game 1 is probably going to play around. Okay, that's a start. I have to draw Settle the Wreckage and another white card. I can exile this. I guess they could just Grist my Teferi, though. Alright, let's pack it up. Three double strike. You get, yeah, that one. I mean, you can't Recruiter for that. Okay, I'm just gonna resubmit, I think. Could play the Aware Terror too. Whatever. Oh yeah, they do have a lot of artifact creatures too. It's fine. Not that worried about it. This hand's close. It's pretty good if we draw 1 land. Let's go to 6. This hand's better? Question mark? Maybe not. I don't have red mana yet, but the red mana, like, they are really soft to Wildfire. And then Chalice I think is good against them too. Depends on if they have Cavern or not. No turn 1 Cavern at least. Caster also keeping 7 like a pro. I do feel like their deck, it's kind of hard for them to keep 7. So they have to name Dwarf if they want to cast Magda here. Hopefully no Magda in hand. Hopefully a hand that's just super soft to Chalice. Okay, not immediately naming Dwarf, so I have to assume no Magda. It does name Dwarf though. Okay, they have Magda. So land lets us maybe block Magda with Shark, although they're, you know, they maybe just don't ever attack into that. Dude. Is their deck just like, is it just great? It might just be great. What deck put me on the map? It was definitely no single deck that put me on the map. It was like, it's just been years of grinding. Yeah, I would say that there's been no single deck that I can attribute to my overwhelming popularity. For the course 6 months. Love that Dominaria's nonsense of the week has just been the meta you've been playing this week. I haven't seen that. Maybe that's to blame. Please attack blue. Cancer's just too good. He's thinking about it. Thank you for 6 months, hardcore. Then playing your blue-white Pioneers versus live. I mean, I don't know. You know, Ross has been my biggest fan for, you know, so long. The guy, 21 months, thank you so much. Okay, doesn't play around the Typhoon. Which really needed to happen, so it's good for us. I'm gonna chump block the Changeling probably. They got Grist, right? Yeah. We're in bad shape for sure. Oh, they have a second Magda? Jeez. They can activate Magda post-combat. I guess we lose. I guess we lose. We lost to the Dwarf deck. Deck looks not that bad, I don't know. I'm also playing a bit of a meme deck. How often do you dream about Magic MTGO? Pretty often. It's hard not to when you do it so much. So we're gonna pyre the Changeling into the Dragon, right? Into Gristlebrand. Let's freaking go. Alright. Can't beat Canister. Oh man. Jeez, what a deck. What a deck. Okay, let's keep this. Canister's 3-0, yeah. That is funny to see both these decks playing against each other 2-0. Now we're playing against Caverns, which I have to assume is Rhinos. We have Chalice. Omnath, so it's probably the Glimpse deck, right? I guess sometimes they play the main deck Shatter effect. Could have waited one turn on this, but that's worse if they draw Force of Negation. Dwarf Tribal with Magna be the only card with Dwarf in it? Yeah. Yeah, what do you call that deck? Like, I think Dwarf Tribal is a funny name, but... Does that deck have a name? Does anybody know? It's a really deep brew. I've seen it changing type of Magna combo. It's maybe. The deck has got to have a more exciting name, but maybe not. Changelings or something, maybe, yeah. I just didn't know if there was like an established name for it. You just call it that deck. That deck. Tribal. I like tribal. It's a bit confusing. Dwarf Cannon, yeah. There's just like no obvious standout good name, I think. Golos's Revenge. Alright, let's get Bloodsun in play. This hardcast Solitude should make us not die to the Spyro beatdowns, but you never know. Tireless Provisioner. They have a land. They don't get to fetch, which is kind of nice for us here. I'm going to Awakening Away Island Flagstones. Kind of digging for Lotus Field a little bit, but want to keep at least one land in my hand. I missed on a land, which can be a bit awkward here. Their hand is all spells, which is weird. I guess let's just main phase exile the Provisioner. What if game 2 goes if we attack Magna? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We still need to draw really well, which I don't think we were going to. We also could have saved the Prismatic Ending for Magna instead of ending the drum. I think ending the drum was good. They can cast Omnath, which they have. So I guess I'm gonna just Solitude Omnath, attack for 3. I can also pitch Solitude so I can keep Cryptic up. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of close. Let's just hardcast it. I think I like the 3/2 body a lot here. Yeah, you can post the changing list. I've seen a few different iterations of it. I'm kind of interested to see. A Canister's version has looked... It's looked better than I think anything else I've seen. My opponent's playing pretty slow. But not nearly as slow as that Tron player. This is a lot of tutor targets. Sideboard Gristlebrand, Sideboard Reaper King, Sideboard Empyrean. Sanctifier on the sideboard is recruiter target. Lots of recruiter targets in the board. Undo Cleric is a great tech. Wow, Fury is really good here too. What did they pitch? They pitched Goblin Dark Dwellers. Into Omnath, jeez. Okay, that was quite the turn. Would have been better if we had pitched, I guess. That is definitely like one great thing about this Glimpse deck is you do just get to cast like Omnath and Seasoned Pyromancer and Fury and play a real game of Magic when you don't combo, and you usually do win when you combo. Need to find a Settle. Another Solitude's pretty good. I wonder if they have main decks out to Chalice. Main deck outs to Chalice seem pretty important. They legend roll their Gemstone Caverns for 4 life, I guess. They have 6 points of power in play. Are we dead to Violent Outburst if we hardcast the Typhoon? It's probably not good to be dead to Violent Outburst. Yeah, I'll just make a 4/4 Shark and block Omnath. Could block this Seasoned Pyromancer, take 5, and then block the Omnath next turn. Kind of awkward to let them get the tokens back this turn. I kind of want to ending the Seasoned Pyromancer. Let's see what we draw off the Shark Typhoon. They could have Brazen Borrower, I guess, but if they borrow, they're probably bouncing Chalice. Okay, it is just Violent Outburst to pump. We try to do a fetch. They can't fetch. We have Blood Sun in play. But I think we still block the Omnath. No, they're comboing with Glimpse of Tomorrow instead of Rhinos. So I guess I wildfire my own Flagstones, even though I don't get the trigger. It lets me play my other Flagstones here. Drew Teferi. Just take a turn off to exile this. Things are looking somewhat stable. I guess I'll just exile this token too. Seems fine. How's the combo work? So the idea is that they put a lot of tokens into play with Wave Sifter, Seasoned Pyromancer, Colony Garden, and they glimpse, and they have a lot of permanents in play, and they can flip Omnath, more Seasoned Pyromancers, more Wave Sifters, and then also hit Goblin Dark Dwellers to flashback Glimpse, and then they have more permanents then, and they put even more permanents in play. And sometimes they play Chancellor of the Red Haste to put a lot of tokens and kill immediately. Sometimes they don't. There's a few different builds. Chancellor of the Red Haste. Kind of called the Force of Negation here. Don't have it. The Chancellor of the Forge. Why did you pay 2 to exile the token? We have Chalice. Oh, sorry. We only need to pay once. I just kind of autopiloted because we had Chalice in play. I assumed I had to pay 2 mana. Evoke Wave Sifter because they can't crack the Misty still. So we should be winning this game. I'm going to play the new 4-color deck. I haven't played it. I've played against it. I don't think that deck's great. But I'm kind of interested in it. We'll see. I might end up picking it up at some point. Deluge still looking pretty good. So this is the version that's more mid-rangey and is definitely capable of just winning games through lock pieces like this. There are other versions that just try to put Omniscience, Emrakul, Gristlebrand into play that are completely all in. Now, I would say that this is probably the more common variant at the moment, but I haven't played against these decks in a while. I think with all the main deck Chalices, they've really... You know, it's not like they were ever really in favor, but they've definitely become a lot less popular. Go, Kaheera, go. Another fetch land. Oh, sorry, they played the island. Would define this as Streets Ahead? Yeah, I think Streets Ahead is accurate. I think Streets Ahead is accurate. Yeah, I feel like Kaheera should buff Sharks. That's how I would design it. This is fine. I'll just Solitude the Fury. Kaheera deal 2 damage to Teferi. Yeah, I know clicking W makes it easier to do the lands, but I don't like to have one hand on the keyboard all day. You know what I mean? It's easier for me to just like lean back in my chair. It's obviously not a big deal. But old habits also die hard. This could maybe see if they have a third basic. They probably do. And then seems good to play a new Teferi with more loyalty. You actually can't bind a button to your mouse. I tried to do that earlier. Maybe I was doing something wrong, but I tried to bind the OK button to my mouse pretty recently, and it didn't let me do it. If anybody has the deets on that, I guess let me know. Ragavan might not actually be that good in this matchup, but I think I'm going to play it anyways. We've got the endings. Put a W on my mouse. Ah, I see. Okay, I'll try to do that later. Yeah, that makes more sense. I think do I want these settles? I feel like we don't need them. Triome, Wildfire too. Bound the F2 on my mouse, yeah. Although, it might be a bit annoying to have to, like, you know, after the stream, if I'm using the PC, I have to, like, remember to rebind F to my mouse. So it's probably not going to be a big problem. Alright, I think we have to keep this. We have the Chalice. So strong 7-card Chalice hand. And usually they have they have Foundation Breaker to kill Chalice, so I should wait till turn 2, I think, to play this. And then if they Force of Negation this, I'll cycle Typhoon main phase and try to draw another Chalice. That one's pretty good. Feel kind of silly for cutting my Prismatic Endings. They might be a little scared of Force of Negation if I make this attack. We'll see. They also might brick. Alright, they bounce the Chalice. Why would they fear Force of Negation? Cool. If they minus on my Chalice, then Force of Negation can counter this. Okay, they found a Chancellor. But I can just... Hey, they'll get 1 token, but I'll respond to this trigger. Not really that bad at the end of the day, I guess. Not really that bad. Phyrexian Goblin token. Wait, is that really what they are? Phyrexian Goblin. It's pretty cool. I've never read the type before. Let's play Ragavan. I'll trade to a Shardless Agent if they want to attack. I might even trade with the Goblin token just to reduce their number of tokens. They were just goblins and changed? That's so weird. Or respond to the trigger. They get one less token if you respond to the trigger. Because the Chancellor counts itself for the number of tokens it makes. Another Teferi. I guess I'll make this block. So if they bounce my Chalice, we'll know, of course, that they are gonna combo. Not that it really matters, because there's a Teferi in play and can't do anything. I think every card with a Phyrexia watermark got the type added. I believe it. Surely whenever we return to Phyrexia, we'll see some kind of big payoff for this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Alright. They can break. It's pretty hard for them to break with 7 permanents, though. But at least you guys will get to see how the deck functions, right? Alright, well. I guess I could Solitude one of the tokens, but I'm going to just take the L here, I think. Ragavan's way better on the play. Let's just resubmit. Yeah, the big payoff is Plague Engineer. Yeah, it's sad. Wait, Blade Spicers are Phyrexian too? I always thought Blade Spicer was one of the good guys. It wasn't corrupted by the oil yet. But I also don't really know the lore very well. I'm not 100% sure that's how it works. Splicers aren't good guys? Okay, Splicers are confirmed bad guys. Alright, I was gonna dash, but I think into the plant I'm just gonna play this. And then I guess I play another one of these so I can cast Blood Sun next turn. Wait, Elish Norn as a Phyrexian? Oh, Exarch. Oh, they must have made Exarch a Phyrexian to nerf Splitter Twin when they inevitably unban it. Yeah, I thought Elish Norn was one of the good ones. It's a white card. White's the good guys, right? Depends on who you ask. Alright, so Twin's definitely getting on bans. So Plague Engineer can be good against Twin. Like, they can't crack that fetch. They probably should have blocked my Ragavan, huh? Wait, Phyrexian Obliterators are Phyrexian? I thought Phyrexian Obliterator was one of the good guys. I thought Obliterator was one of the good guys. Wait, are the Phyrexians the good guys? Look, he's like, he's got his big mouth open. And he's like, "Welcome to Phyrexia. How can I be of any assistance? I'll be your guide while you visit the plane." That's how I've always interpreted the lore. Teferi's a pretty good hit, huh? Yeah, just trying to become the new Pog emote. Yeah, big smile. good customer service. Yeah, maybe we were the bad guys all along. A lot to think about here. A lot to think about. Honestly, the Phyrexians all look really cool. The Phyrexians all look really cool. And then they're like very, very like creepy, very unique to Magic. Vintage staple / Panther. Okay, Force of Vigor, kill my Blood Sun. I think that's fine. Corrupted, 8 months, appreciate you. Play blue-white control. This is blue-white control. You're welcome, then. I want to cast the Chancellor. I want to cast the Chancellor really bad here. Come on, Ragavan, you can do it. Oh wait, I have enough mana, right? 7 mana. I have exactly enough. Never ask Ragavan for anything, apparently. After Ragavan gives me the Teferi. Sorry, boss. This is match where you cut Blood Sun. No, Blood Sun's pretty good against them. They play a lot of fetches. Why would you cut Blood Sun? Because they're kind of slow. I think Blood Sun's too important to cut. Also, I think Phyrexian mana is a good mechanic if done well, like most mechanics, right? But you know, oh, the mirror match. Yeah, I guess I should have seen the Kaheera and probably mulligan this. Yeah, Blood Sun does not stop Tron. Okay, it is elementals. Okay, I was kind of hoping they would name like Cat. We did actually play against Cat Tribal recently. Do I Chalice to stop another Vial? Or should I just ending a Vial? I think I'm just ending a Vial. I might try to shuffle away Chalice with Awakening at some point this game. Am I happy Gutshot exists? Yeah, I think Gutshot is good design. Gutshot, the Surgical's fine. Smoke Braider. Any Smoke Braiders in the chat? I'm gonna play the Flagstones this turn in case I draw Lotus Field. I like Gutshot. I think that's good design. I like Surgical. Mutagenic Growth is fine. I guess it's... What's the white one? What's the white 1 mana Phyrexian spell? There is one, right? I'm not just making that up. So discard Typhoon Chalice. Marrow Shards? Yeah, what is... I guess I could just read it, but... Does anybody... I guess I should have discarded Teferi, huh? Deals 1 damage to each attacking creature. It's probably wrong that I've never seen that card cast in Modern, right? Is that better than Gutshot? Against like the Ragavan DRC decks? Probably not. Probably not. But maybe. So they probably get a Thunderkin Awakener here. Yeah, they do get an Awakener. Pretty dead, even if we Teferi here. This would have been good last turn. You can counter the Awakener, though. Still a good draw, I guess. Yeah, good versus Lightning Skelemental. I need to counter the Awakener. Yeah, I appreciate the feedback. I'm back to the old new microphone. It's a pretty good one. I'm gonna play Teferi. I hope to fade another Skelemental or Awakener exactly this turn. Should be in pretty good shape. Yeah, I think Gutshot's usually better. Big agree. Looks like we did have some Smoke Braiders in chat after all, huh? I think I'm just gonna play Chalice on one here. They might not even have Ephemerate in their deck. It does stop Vile at least, and it uses my Teferi mana well. How many basics do you think they play? Probably 1 or 2. Yeah, a lot of Unsettled Mariner decks today, huh? Am I playing in challenge this weekend? I'm not sure yet. I think probably not tomorrow. I would like to, but I think I'm not gonna. I'm not available. Yeah, so I guess expect me to be taking this weekend off. But there is a chance I pop up for one of the challenges. I'll try if I'm free. I just don't think I'm going to be free. They had one more basic. Island is kind of a weird basic choice in your Skelemental deck, but of course their mana's all over the place. I think I'll Cryptic the Risen Reef. Yeah, we were really behind. Teferi just too good. Alright, so it's Awakening away, Island Ending. What deck am I going to play in Vegas? It's way too early to know. There's a whole set releases before Vegas comes out. Yeah, usually when you've plus Teferi like 4 times, it is garbage time. I'll agree. The next set release, it releases right before Vegas. It's like the day before, or like like right before Vegas. I'm not sure the exact date. So the metagame is gonna change immediately. And you know it is gonna be a standard set, so I doubt it's gonna impact Modern too much, but it might. The new Olivia? I have no idea what the new Olivia does. Oh, that we don't know what it's gonna be yet. Hopefully. Releases the day before means it doesn't mean it'll be legal. It will be legal. Although, like, I don't remember how we used to get cards. I said this earlier, but, like, tournaments used to happen all the time, like, the day they became legal. And I guess that's what pre-release was, right? There was pre-release, and you'd get the cards, or you get some cards, and you'd be scrambling. You'd be absolutely scrambling to try to get a deck together in time for the first set release with the new cards. But I don't remember how did we do it? How did we get the cards in time? On-site vendors? Yeah, but how did they get the cards? I guess that's it. Yeah, everybody asking on Twitter. You message all your friends. I guess, yeah. So I'm kind of hoping not to have to, beg on Twitter, but we'll see. We'll see. I guess I played this so I can Wildfire my Flagstones on 2. Oh yeah, you could pre-order. I hope that, those old days of tournament grinding come back. I want other people to be able to experience them because they really were some of, the best times of my life. Of my youth, of my quickly fading youth. No need to hold up Solitude. Mariner's going to counter it here. Remember when I went to Rio, there's actual people holding up signs of cards they needed and it worked? Yeah, I went at the Hunter Burton recently. There's a guy walking around the room with a list of cards he needed on his phone, just putting it in front of literally everybody's face. And this was like this was like the player meeting was being called. We were going to the player meeting and he's still going, do you have these cards? Do you have these cards? Do you have these cards? And he ended up getting almost all of them. It was crazy. Magic players are super willing to just loan their cards to anybody just so everybody can play the game. It's really cool. Like the amount of times I've been giving cards from people I don't really know very well, or I've given cards to people I don't really know very well is really high. A Typhoon blocked the Mariner here. Yeah, Bloodstone's a good draw. Is everybody prioritizing removing Magmatic Channeler, or is Magmatic Channeler just really soft to removal? Oh, I cited in my Ragavan, so sadly no Kaheera here. I guess I'll cycle this Triome and see if I find an ending for the Vial. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a bad experience. Oh, wait, you can't Ziggurat for Kaheera? That's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a bad experience loaning cards to strangers, but of course, it definitely happens. Did you go over Darcy? Well, your 2-mana threat should be better than Darcy. Magmatic Channeler is better than Dragon Rage's Channeler. Like, if assuming the cards were equal mana value, right? Yeah, it's of course totally fine and actually very reasonable to not loan cards to strangers, but I've been loaned a lot of cards from strangers, and I like to kind of pay it forward. You know what I mean? Especially if you could just get someone to vouch for the person, you know what I mean? Wait, hold on. Why is this happening now? The key to be okay with loaning cards to strangers is to detach yourself from material possessions. Which is always something I've encouraged on the stream. I guess I should have done this after combat because they could vial another one in. Alright, if we could all collectively breathe in. Everybody at home, breathe in. And then when you exhale, I want you to remove your attachment to all of your material possessions, alright? Push that attachment out. And then loan me cards. Can I borrow your cards? Why do you want my material possessions, friend? Seems like the breathing exercise didn't work for you. Oh no, the stream is turning into a cult. Oh no. It's fine, always has been. It's inevitable. Yeah, stream always was a cult. Alright, I'm just gonna, I think, attack into the Vesperlark here. Yeah, it's been a good stream today. Have a good day, Quinn. I think I'll just untap here. Does anyone want to buy some cryptocurrency? I have a really new coin that I believe in, chat. And you can trust me, your favorite streamer, that this crypto coin is the real coin. It will make us all rich together. My elementals are better than theirs, by the way. Yeah, a limited time only, Clothis, NFT. What is an NFT? Good question, chatter. I guess I should have attacked first. Okay, so we went 5-0, 1-2, 4-1. These leagues take so long, though. They take so freaking long. What did I play in a 1K this weekend? Probably the Jeskai Merc type.